and growing, and we used to record our meetings, and we use YouTube to be live on YouTube to broadcast the meeting. And if you want to watch the meeting again, to see how was the conversation and where you made mistakes, because I always do this in order to progress in the language. It's really good to watch the meeting again. I'm a kind of addicted to do it uh, all the time. And we have some rules that we follow here, and the rules are: be respectful. We need to be respectful with people's opinion. It's really good, and it's a kind of uh, a limit, because each one has your own opinion. We need to respect it, and don't be afraid to speak up. So just enjoy this time, be free to speak. I People usually be afraid to make mistakes, but only making mistakes we're gonna progress in the language. So don't be afraid to speak up. Just speak, and if you make some mistakes, don't don't be afraid of it. It's normal. I do. I make mistakes all the time, so I don't care. Of course that I always try to improve, and I that's the reason that I watch the meeting again to see where I made mistakes, and basically that's it. And the last one of the rules is have fun. Have fun, because this project, this platform is for you guys. So enjoy this time as much as you can and speak a lot, right? And basically that's it, guys. I'm gonna share the questions with you, because if I don't do this, Mr. Jefferson will be mad at me, because he always remind me, right? And that's it, guys.
You are getting
Uh,
old, unfortunately. Forget everything.
yeah, but now I remember. Yeah. So that's it, guys. So I'm gonna start saying hello to YouTube, because we are live on YouTube right now. So hello, YouTube. Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here with you and with my friends right here. And I'm gonna start to introduce myself. As you can see on the screen, my name is Bruno. I'm 33 years old. I'm married. I live in Sun City. I have 2 kids. I work at a for the company for almost 10 years, and there is a place where I could uh, be a better professional. I learned a lot there. I've been learning a lot, because I'm not working yet, thanks God. And I'm a host here as well. I've been hosting here for 10 months, I think. Soon I will complete 1 year, and for me it's a big achievement, because this is something that I was looking for to work with. I mean, with the language, because for me it's not make sense if you are learning something and you don't put it in practice. So here I can put in practice it, and I can make new friends and have good conversations. For me it's an amazing experience, and it's always a pleasure to see you all here. For me it's really good. And that's it, guys. And what about you, Mr. Luis? Can you introduce yourself, man, please?
Hi, everybody. Good morning. My name is Luis. I have 28. I'm living in a city called Martin Campos in Minas Gerais countryside. It's a small city with 10,000 inhabitants. I'm working with IT. I like dogs. I like to ride a bike. And I like to be here on TNT to improve my English, to improve my communication. And today we have a very sunny day. I can hear the birds loud and clear. And that's it.
Really nice, Luis. Thanks for sharing, my friend. And what about you, Michelle? Who are you?
Hi guys, my name is Michelle. I'm 30 years old. I was born and live in Rio, and nowadays I live in a small city too. But when I was working, when I work, I don't know, I'm living in the town because it's more near than everything. So it's better than using the public transportation because in Rio it's really bad. I'm nowadays I'm not working. I'm just studying. I study management. I almost finished my second graduation, and thanks God because I can study more like I studied this time. It's really hard, but I like to study. I live alone. I live by myself, and I love because we learn much more about limits when we pass time with you and construction the life and the things that you love. You construct much more your personality than when you live with your family, friends, I don't know. And that's it. Thank you.
Really great, Michelle. Thanks for sharing. And last but not least, Mr. Jefferson. Who are you, Mr. Jefferson?
Can you listen to me? Yeah?
Yeah, loud and
Okay.
clear.
Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening for YouTube, because we are in the world platform now. I'm Jefferson. I live in Goiânia, Goiás. I'm economist, professor at Catholic University of Goiás. I love to play soccer. I love to play cards. I love to drink water on weekends. I work too much. What else? I have 3 dogs, 2 birds, and a lot of plants. Like Luis, I love to listen to my birds by Calopsitas. It's so nice to listen to these guys. That's it.
Really nice, Mr. Jefferson. Thanks for sharing. And guys, I'm gonna start asking you questions. And the second one, is about, is it easy for you to set boundaries? Luis, can you tell us a little bit about it then, please?
Well, for me, it's not easy to set this, all right? It's not so easy. I need to confess that. It's something like that we need to learn, all right, on how to do this. It's not so easy, but especially when you live in a small city, all right, because almost everyone knows, almost everyone, almost is from the same family, and that's it.
Yeah, man, I feel you because, I live in Santos. Santos is not a big city, but it's not so small as well. And in my neighbor, everyone knows everyone, everyone knows each other and one another. And it's when you say something, your neighbor already know about it. It's funny, but I I need to confess that sometimes it bothers me a lot because I don't like to to hear gossip, So for me, it's something that bothers me a lot, but it happens. I think that we need to deal with it. And about the question, for me, it's it's not so easy to set boundaries, because I always say here, I'm a kind of person that I like peace. I'm a peaceful man, and I like to make friends. I think that I'm easygoing. So it's like when a person do something that I don't like, I will not make an argument, with them or he, she, I don't know. But I can pretend, it's exposed on my face that I don't like. I didn't like it, you know. So I mean, I don't say anything, you know. I prefer to be quiet, but in the same time, you can see my face on my face that I don't like that attitude, you know, that action. And maybe if the person have a good sense, maybe they he or she or they can realize, they can notice that I don't like this kind of that kind of thing, you know. So yeah, but for me to say something is like, it's hard for me to say when I don't like of something, because I don't like to enter in a argue, you know. But it's sometimes it's necessary to say and make the people understand that you don't like something, you know, because it's as we could see on the video, it's like we need to say, because people sometimes they don't understand what you like or what you don't like, you know. It's really important to make all the things clear for everyone, you know. That's it. And what about you, Michelle?
So now it's much easier than in the past. This topic, this question, I studied a lot. I'm still studying. I bought a book that it's very interesting. It's a green capa. It's limits when say yes and when say no. It's a good book, a really good book. For me, it's difficult to communicate my limits for other persons. I, I set my boundaries, but when I need to communicate, it's difficult. So I just move away, and I think this is not good, but it's a kind of a way to respect myself. So sometimes I try not to continue with the relation, but not stop it and any more talk with other person. No, but reduce the interactions. But I need to improve the way of communication, these boundaries. So for me, it's difficult because I needed to learn. I I I I like to think that I'm education again. I education myself again, because when you born in a family that it's don't have a good structure. I think most of people was born in a family that's a good structure, because we have many varieties, intern and so it's very difficult. And the only way is learning and to education your again. And I try to education me study and learning with other people.
Really good words, Michelle. I totally agree with you. And I kind of act the same way, you know. For me, it's something hard to do when it comes to speak, to say things, you know, to set boundaries. But as you said, we are learning every single day, and this is the way, I think, you know, to learn and to put in practice what we are learning, you know. It's really good words from you. Thanks for sharing, Michelle. And what about you, Mr. Jefferson?
Yes, in my case, it's very easy to set boundaries. Most of the time, I say no to some kinds of requests or some kind of task the people used to do, you must do this, you must do that. No, it's not aligned with my values or my priority. Why I must do this, I must do that. No, no. For example, when I using WhatsApp group, the guys used to say, did you see something, some subject? Did you see some news about some guy? No. Why I must to see? No. So I set my own boundaries, And what else? I avoid discussion of topics that are emotionally triggering or uncomfortable. For example, to discuss about Lula and Bolsonaro. I don't like to discuss this. Why I must discuss about this? No, you must discuss. No, I don't know to discuss about this. I have my own opinion. I don't want to discuss about this. I think it's not good for my health, for my mental health. I have a lot of things to do, to read, to discuss. Why I must do about this? And what else? I set boundaries yet about gossips or negative things, talks. I don't like. I don't. When I'm talk with a guy, he used to say all the time, "Oh, everything is terrible. It's a chaos. The world is the end of the world. This Brazil is going to be to better and better. What worse and worse the way is run, etc., etc." I don't like this kind of thing. I don't like these negative talks. Even the same about gossip. I don't like gossip about my friends, my family, something. A lot of gossip about the hair, about the color, the skin, something like this. So I have limits for everything. Limits. I have boundary.
Yeah, you are kind of person that you are straight to the point. If you don't like, you just say and whatever, right? And I think that it's amazing because you make clear that you don't like it, and no matter if a person will like, the people will like or not, and I need to learn to be more like this. I'm learning. I'm still learning. Yeah, good words, Mr. Jefferson. Thanks for sharing. And guys, what about, do you believe that it's rude to set boundaries, and why? In my case, I think that one of the reasons that it's difficult for me to say no or to don't agree. Not don't agree, because if I don't like something, I will say if someone asks me, But for me, when someone asks me to do something, for example, and I don't want to do sometimes, because I'm learning to say no right now, along the way, I care a lot of the people's feelings. I don't like to hurt anyone. I don't like to have that embarrassing moment, and make the people feel frustrated because something that I say, or said. So it's really difficult for me, because I think that I care so much of people that I don't want to hurt them, something like that. But as we could watch in the video, we need to say no sometimes, because it's not just people feelings, it's our feelings, and I think that we need to be in the first place, right? Because when we are in the first place, all the things flow, right? And we need to, set this kind of boundaries to make sure that we are in a good way. We will have a healthy life, because say yes for everything and you are not feeling well with this, it's complicated, right? And what about you, Luis? What do you think, man, about it?
Well, it's a little bit difficult to answer this. It's a hard topic, but it's important to discuss about. And sometimes I think that there is no exactly draw line about this, all right? It's a little bit difficult, and I'm building this ability to say no. Sometimes could be rude to say no, but sometimes I avoid this kind of situation, but sometimes it's necessary, all right? To say no. No, I just don't want to talk about it. I just don't want to involve in this situation, all right? I just avoid. And this could be interpreted as rude, but this could be something good to our mental health too, as Jefferson. Remember, it's a very important topic to keep us safe on mental health. All right, but in general, I think no, isn't rude, but sometimes could be interpreted as a rude. All right, it's a little bit difficult. There is no exactly draw line. Sometimes the people could think that this is rude, but you are just say no to your mental health. I don't know exactly, but something like this. All right, this could be an skill that we are building in our life. It's a process, all right, I think. Because nowadays, for me, it's more easy than years ago to set boundaries. It's a little bit difficult yet in some topics, but it's more easy than before. And that's it.
Very nice words, man. Yeah, people can understand, can get it like a rudeness, but I think that, as you said, man, you need to put first your healthy, mental healthy, and then, you can help the others. Yeah. Thanks for sharing, my friend. What about you, Mr. Jefferson? What do you think about it?
Yeah, I think it's not rude. As I said, you must to set boundaries, because when you set boundaries, the best way for your health, and it's necessary for you to have a health relationship or protecting yourself from a lot of things. So for me, I have no matter at all what the guys think about me. I don't care about. I don't care at all. I don't care at all about the other guys, because I must to think about my needs, about my expectations, and not the others. So I think something is not acceptable. Why I must talk about that? That's why I must to set boundaries. I think
Yeah.
when we have no boundaries, people may take advantage of you. It's terrible. And
Yeah.
you can even become overwhelmed or burnout. It's a
Yeah.
terrible situation. I can imagine a situation like this. So when setting boundaries, we can help prevent conflict, misunderstands in relationships, something like this.
Yeah.
In my age, it's impossible. Come on, I'm an old guy. If I
No
can't
way,
set
no
boundaries,
way.
how?
You are young. You are young. You are not that old. Don't be so hard with yourself, man. And let me
No,
ask you something. Let me ask you something.
because
Do you think
that's
that?
the experience of life. You know how to
Yeah, yeah,
set.
yeah. I think as much as we live, we learn a lot of things. We get the maturity, to distinguish the things, and we can, make better decisions. And let me ask you something, Mr. Jefferson. Do you think that people have the idea that when you say no, or you set some boundaries, they think that we can be selfish, or
No, it depends the kind of guy that you have a relationship with him. It's a
yeah,
mature guy, it's okay, but it's a young guy, 6 years, 7 years. So,
yeah,
uh,
really nice, yeah,
but it's very common when you travel, even in São Paulo, né? São Paulo, or are you in São Paulo, Nova York, or Paris, or Argentina? The guy sometimes is very rude. That's mean, what does mean rude? To say no for you. It's very
Yeah.
common. But we have lazy guy in Brazil, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You're doing a set of things, they are talking about something is not. It's not
Yeah.
about him, it's about you.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Yeah, I can agree more. Very nice words, Mr. Jefferson. Thanks for sharing, my friend. And what about you, Michelle? What do you think about it?
Let me see, because I speak a lot, so I'm trying to resume my opinion.
Feel free, feel free.
And sometimes I'm a kind of polemic girl, because especially I think it's so easy to set boundaries when you had more privileges, I don't know, more structure, social, economical. It's hard, because when you was born a poor guy, or especially a poor woman, black people, poor people, it's limits. We don't have limits. We try to survive. What about limits? No, we have it, we have work, and we use it to live uncomfortable in the places, in all the places, in the public transportation, in the work, in your relations, because we try to survive, and survive, it's not about it's difficult to set limits. When we born with this, in this culture, with these varieties, it's difficult, because I think that most of people believe that born in disadvantage, or don't deserve the same thing as other people, especially women. We are created to respond, to attend the demands, and we felt guilty when we think about your necessities, your deserves. So it's so difficult. But I think too that I try to be a trust person. So rude for me, it's say yes when you want to say no, because it's like a bomb. In some hour, you explode, and you are much more rude than when you said, no, I'm not comfortable to doing this, and that's okay.
Really nice words, Michelle. And you brought up something really good, you know. I had not thinking about it during the meeting, you know. And you raised up a really good point, you know. Because when we are in disadvantaged situation, it's more difficult to say no, right? As you said, and I totally agree with you. I never thought about it before. Yeah, it's hard. Thanks for sharing. Really nice. And let me see. Okay, number 4, guys. What is the moment that we need to put a limit on something? Yeah, it's a difficult one, right? I want to start with Mr. Jefferson. This is for you, man.
No problem, so easy. You must put a limit when someone or something is negative back to your mental or physical health is causing harm or a toxic relationship. Imagine you have a relationship with a woman, you have a lot of problems. Why to continue? Why to maintain this relationship? It's not so good. It's the hour to finish this relationship. I think about something is the same. Can you imagine you drink beer in a party and you must see the limits. You must put limits. You must drink. It's okay. I think you need to drink beer or wine. It's so good for your mental health, but you must put limits. So I think that's the point. And just to finish, I think the other thing, something that can interfere in your priority or in your goals, as I said. I have my own algorithm. I know what I must do. And I don't know the guys from WhatsApp or even friends interfere in my life, my priorities. Say you must do this, you must do that. Come on, guy. I know what I know. I know my responsibilities.
Really nice words, man. Really nice words. I totally agree with you. I agree with you. Yeah, and for me, when you are feeling upset about something, you know, that you see or that someone asks you to do, you know, or with something that someone say to you, you know, that you don't like, but you didn't say anything at the moment, you know. I think in this situation you need to, you know, put the limit and say, hey, I don't like it, you know, I need you to hold on and respect my opinion, you know, set the boundaries right there because I don't like this attitude, you know, so because it is not uh, aligned with my values, you know, so you need to hold on and maybe we need to continue our relationship, you know, in other way, you know, because if we continue with in this way, we're gonna broke up our relationship and it's not good for anyone, right? Yeah, I totally agree with you, my friend. And what about you, Mr. Luis? What do you think, man?
Remember not exactly a situation, an example, but as Jefferson said, toxic relationship it's something that we need to try to cut. All right. I think this is a important example, right? It's not so easy, but it's an important example. And in my case, for example, when someone I say what I need to do, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. It's something that important to put limits about how I will react with this, all right? Because living in a small city with a big family, everyone are saying what you need to do. And I avoid any kind of conflict, all right? I just try to hear other opinion, and I just try to follow my way, my goals, all right? It's some kind of that a limit that I put on how this will affect me, because it's impossible to avoid the people saying things to us. It's impossible. Sometimes the people are just better for us on their point of view, all right? And I try to put a limit for don't let this affect me or limit this effect. All right. Try to on a work situation, for example, or in a friend relationship. All right. Okay, if people are saying, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. Okay, I just try to hear and to put a filter on this situation, if this will help me or not. This is good for me or for them. All right. Because all the moment, all the people in all the contexts will say you what you need to do. All right. In a job, in a family relationship, in a friendship, the people might say a lot of things. And I try to put limits in my filter. All right. I don't know if I can explain, but that's it. It's not so easy too.
Really nice words, man. I agree with you. I totally agree, yeah. And thanks for sharing, my friend. Michelle, your turn.
I think the most difficult, the moment for me, the first, the person that I'm really difficult to set boundaries, it's me. It's so difficult when you need to stop something and you know that you need to do this and you can't to resolve this question, this kind of thing. And for me, it's difficult to deal with me, because I know that what things respect me, what people, but how I deal with myself. And the hard moment, the difficult moment, when I stopped work. I decided not to work in a company that I worked for 7 years, and really hard for me. I tried to do this thing for many years in many ways, looking for other job while I'm working, many different ways, but I can't. And I heard a voice in my head talking, Michelle, you need to solve this question, because all the shit will kill you, and you know about that, and it's too hard for me. It's not in the best way, but I talk. I don't deserve this anymore. I don't want to deal some of disrespect. I don't want to feel in this way, because I'm always feel incomplete. I don't know. And I finished in January. I changed all my life because I'm feel frustrated, and I can't get any more. I just say goodbye for my old life, and I construct my new life again, and it's really hard, because I was in a comfort zone. I was a good position in the firm. I was a team. My team loves me, loves not, but like me, and I felt that I'm constructing a really good job, but I'm feel incomplete. I'm feel it's not okay. I felt that I'm if I set the boundaries in the beginning, I'm constructing my base with better, but the better time it's now, So I'm trying to construct better boundaries in my life now. That's it.
Really great, Michelle. Really great words. Yeah. And we, as we said here, you know, we are learning every single day. So all the experience that we had along the way, it's a kind of lesson to the future, you know. So you have the opportunity to start all new, you know, and make better this time, you know. Yeah. Nice, really nice words, Michelle. Thanks for sharing. Guys, I will jump the questions here, and I will choose one that I really want to know from you guys. Let me see. Um, just a sec. Number 8. Are there any situation in which setting boundaries is a bad thing? Uh, Luis, what do you think, man?
Well, yes, I think yes. Could be bad, but I don't know for who would be bad. All right, because if you are putting boundaries, it's something that you can do for your own. All right, it's something that could be good for you. Maybe this could be not good for others. All right, but if you are trying to live your life to keep your own roadmap, put boundaries, you're not so bad for you, right? Maybe it could be bad for others who are taking advantage from you, as I think Jefferson said something like this. All right, and that's it, I think. I don't
Really
know
nice,
too
man.
much, but I don't have a lot of experience, but that's it.
Thanks for sharing, my friend. It's a good question, I think, because there are some times that you set some boundaries, you know, but we need to take care of it and think a lot, because sometimes we set boundaries and we are just setting these boundaries because we are out of our comfort zone, you know. And you need to be aware if it's something, it's a, like a defense mechanism, you know, from you, because you are not willing to pass for that situation. For example, if you have a presentation to do in university, you don't want to speak for everyone, right? And you kind of set that boundary in your mind, but you need to overcome that boundary because it's good for you, for your communication skills, for everything, you know, for your grades. So it's just an example, you know, but you can use it in other areas of your life. So in my opinion, sometimes it can be, you brought up, Luis, something really good about sometimes it's just bad for other people, you know, lazy people that want to take advantage from you, you know. But sometimes it can be bad for you as well because you are afraid to do something, you know. Yeah, basically. Thanks for sharing, my friend. And what about you, Mr. Jefferson? What do you think about it?
I think I'm gonna talk 1 hour about this question. But let me try. You have so many situations, so many situations. When they a boundary can use to manipulated you. We have so many situations like this. You must, the guy used to say for you must agree with me, we must agree with me, even you can agree with him. So this situation, I think it's terrible. When you set conflict, your boss, like Michelle were saying, it's terrible situation. I have so many cases like this. I have so many ideas. I have the idea how to do the work. I know how to do. I have my own responsibility, and the boss or the chief used to say, you must do this, you must do that, and it's not correct. So I think it's terrible situation. You must to avoid this kind of thing. And just to finish, as I said, when you avoid conflict or difficult conversations, sometimes not so easy. We are talking with a guy, the guy insisted in some point of view about something that you can't agree, or you can talk about that. So it's terrible situation. So avoid, as Michelle said, avoid, or Luis, avoid, go out.
Really nice, Mr. Jefferson. Thanks for sharing, my friend. And what about you, Miss Michelle? What do you think about it?
I think when you not deal with the situation when this happen, not in the same day, but sometime in the same week, you accumulated many negative feelings, and you judge a lot other person. And when you can talk with other person, you just construct an idea with the question, and it's too difficult to destroy this idea. And when I started in a leadership position, I study a lot how I can communicate with the other person, and in the best way. So I discovered that I can talk when the things happen, and I can talk with the person. Guy, you told something that I think that I don't understand that you said, or that you make it. Can you explain me again? Without judges, I don't know. Trying to just let the person talk, and it's changed everything. When I stop to judge the person, I stop to think that person make something to disturb me, or I don't know, complicated my day, my job, or the company, and let you to listen the person. Why do this? Why do you talk like this, without judges? It's the best way to deal with situations that you need to set boundaries. The best moment it's now. Happen, talk, just talk. Talk in the way as you can. Because when not talking, these negative feelings will transformation your day, your week, your month, and you explode in a time. So it's better to deal with it as soon as possible.
Yeah, really nice words, Michelle. Thanks for sharing. And guys, I sent you some links, and the first one is about our survey. So you can go there and rate us, because it's really important to know about your opinion, about today's topic. And the second one is about our YouTube channel. So if you want to watch the video again, the meeting again, you can go there and see how was the conversation, And the last one is about our site. if you want to apply for another language or you want to have more meetings to speak up, just come, because it will be a pleasure to have you all here with us. And I want to invite you guys for the next weekend, you know, Saturday 9 a.m. we're gonna discuss about defining priorities, you know, because I think that it's related with this today's topic, and it will be amazing to have you all here, you know. You guys, you are amazing, you know. I really want to say thanks for you guys, because it's really great to see you here, you know. I know that Saturday 9 a.m. it's difficult to wake up and start to speak in English, you know, but I'm really proud of you, and it's really important to have you all here with me. And I want to invite all the YouTube channel to be here with us. If you want to know more about our project, just go in the site on the site and reserve your time to be here. And guys, a big thanks for you all. I want to say thank you for Luan, because he helped me here today, and thanks, man. And that's it, guys. I hope to see you all in the next weekend, and have a wonderful weekend. Bye bye, my friends. See you.
Guys,
See
have a
you.
nice